All right. Once again, coming at you. Today is Sunday, October 6th, 7th, October 6th. Um, Today, the podcast that I wanted to bring to you today is about the idea of achieving success. Success is unique to the individual. It all depends on what you consider success. But the difference between success at anything and non success at anything becomes a matter of habits and priorities. The student in school that studies to be a student does not have the same priority and study habits as a student that gets D's and F's. Usually their priorities are out of whack, and a lot of things come before their studies. To be successful in school, which I don't know because I didn't go very far, but I understand that the study habits are different. Studying and schoolwork comes first, partying and friends and everything else comes second. And I've always told my kids, I don't mind. I want you to have a life. I want you to enjoy your years as a teenager, but you have to understand you have to keep things in priority. And if you don't, then things suffer. And it's extremely hard to be successful when your priorities are not in order and a lot of things come before those things that are necessary. I want to be a success in what I do. I actually want to be the greatest that ever did this. And it requires a lot of sacrifice. So I'm commonly, uh, all the time, imitated with people. Oh, you need to relax. You need to take a vacation. You need to take a day off. You need to just sit on the beach and do nothing. Well, doing nothing, I'm not very good at. And if I'm doing nothing but sitting still thinking, that's a part of me preparing to do better business or be better at my business. And the people that I'm not saying that everybody wants to be great because obviously they don't. That's why there's a 1 or 2% that achieve success at anything they do, whether it be sports, whether it be business, whether it be school, whether it be marriage, whether, it's a very small percentage, no matter what you do, that achieve that higher level of success. And it's because it's a matter of keeping your priorities in order. And a lot of people, their priorities out of whack, and they think, because they tell me all the time, oh, you could still be successful at business and take time out and take a vacation and relax. Well, first off, instead of you telling me to take a vacation off, I need to tell you to work harder because 87 to 90% of the people that today they work jobs that they hate. And fortunately, I found something in personal training and fitness that I love to do. So as we sit here now, it's a nice day out. Sunday. We're not gonna have a lot more in Chicago. Summer is about 2 days long, and people are out enjoying themselves. I'm stuck in my office doing paperwork and doing a podcast, and it's because of the importance of what it is I want to bring to people, the standards that I want to set for myself when it comes to business. So, would I have loved to take the day off? No, because there's really boredom. I sat at home for a minute and it was just boring, and there was nothing to do and watching TV. And I'm like, I got to get up, I got to do something. So I really feel the fact that as people, we are not promised tomorrow. I believe that we only have today, and what you do today makes the biggest difference in the world of what it is you're trying to achieve. I tell no one what their meaning of success should be because it's different for everybody. Mine is to build a fitness empire and make a lot of money. But maybe yours is to be a great husband or a great father or a great coach or a great student. No matter what it is, if you want to be good at it, it's going to require some form of sacrifice. And it doesn't come easy. It's a long, hard journey. And with you being in the upper 2%, 98% of the people are going to tell you you're working too hard, you're wasting your time. Just, you got a job, you're a coach already. You know, just do what you do and everything is going to be okay. Whereas, you know, I know coaches that, you study film 2 hours, they study film 10 hours because they just want to be better than everybody else. So the mentality of wanting to achieve greatness, I do understand that a lot because it's what I strive for and it's what I've always strived for. When I was a kid growing up, there were no open signs of success. No one really achieved success in my neighborhood where I come from. My goal personally when I was younger was to live to see 18. That was the goal. And you know, that was that was my goal growing up, was to see a certain age, live to be a certain age, because people where I come from generally don't live to see those upper ages. They're killed, they're shot, they're drug addicts, they're in prison, their route, their journey is always derailed because maybe they wanted the quick buck, maybe they thought selling drugs was a quick buck, and it got them either killed or incarcerated for long periods of time. Not that I was any different, I just was spared a lot of things because I did a lot of dumb things in my days. And I was always at the forefront. And the people that I ran with, my mom used to always tell me when I was a kid, all the bad guys are dead or in jail. And now that I look back, all the bad guys are dead or in jail. And for a long time, probably from 9 years old to when I moved in my mid-20s, I considered myself a tough guy. I was a bad guy. And I was headed down the same road that a lot of these people ended up in. But yet, I looked at TV. I would look at people like Walter Payton, Michael Jordan, and people that strive to achieve greatness. And for some reason, when you put yourself in that upper echelon 1-2%, people think that you're born with something different. You have a different drive. It's not that, it comes down to your matter of choices. We're all given free will, and it just comes down to your matter of choices. I'm presented with the same challenges as everybody else when it comes to anything. And what I have to do is I have to make wise choices. Your choices will dictate good or bad. And, they will come off your choices. If you make bad choices, you'll have bad circumstances. You make good choices, you'll create good circumstances. And sometimes the journey to achieve what you're trying to achieve is so long that you sometimes wonder, will this ever happen for you? Will you ever be able to live this dream? Will you ever have this life that you so look forward to and that you've worked for so long? And you have to have faith that those things are going to come true. So you have to continue to do those things that will bring that vision to fruition. And that's what I try to do. I try to get up every day. I try to go through my discipline practices of meditation and Bible reading and devotion and all those things. And I do it consistently, even on days where I look and say, man, it's not getting me any closer. But I still do it. I still believe and have faith that those things are going to come back. You reap what you sow. So I'm trying to continue to sow good seeds so I can reap a great harvest. And a lot of people, they want the body. They want to lose the weight. They want to be a successful business. They want to have a lot of money, but they don't want to go through the journey. And that's the hardest, longest, most sacrificing part, is going through the journey. And the difference between those that are successful and those that are non-successful is that, the successful person understands there's a journey, there's a process, and there's a lot of sacrifice. And they're willing to make it because they have the faith that, you're going to reap what you sow. So they continue to sow greatness, and eventually, hopefully, they get there. So I try to tell anybody is that, just no matter what it is, no matter what success looks like to you, you continue. For instance, let's say you want to be a great parent. Well, I'm quite sure you know parents that push the kids off on babysitters and go out, and you're going, well, we can't go because we're spending the night watching movies and eating popcorn with the kids. Well, to them, they're like, oh, you can do that next week. To you, you're going, well, that creates very quality time with our kids. And that's what my number one priority is. And as people get older, as parents get older, you wonder why your kids didn't develop that close bond with you, whereas the parent that want to be a good parent has what it is that you wanted. You were not willing to make the sacrifice to put in the time and reap the benefits of what you were sowing, reaping the benefits of it. So it's never too late. You have to always look forward, look at what you want to achieve, and look at the things you have to do, not the things you want to do. I as a bodybuilder, I was taught early on discipline of nutrition, which most people don't have, and people ask me all the time, do you like eating dry chicken breast? No, I do not. I would prefer Harris chicken, but I can't look how I want to look at eating Harris chicken. And sometimes my goal that I have set for myself in terms of displaying my physique may be a year or two away. And they go, oh man, you got a year or two. You can cheat a little here, cheat a little there. Why would I do that? Because I always think while I'm out cheating, while I'm coming up short, while I'm only giving 90% or 95%, somebody somewhere is giving 110%. And you're going to meet that person, and that person's going to beat you. So for me, everything that I do, from bodybuilding to business to family to husband to father, is I try to give 110% on everything I do. So I know I did everything possible to be the best that I could be. And I try to get up every day, and I try to, not saying I always achieve it, but I do get up every day with that in mind of being a better person and giving more and pushing harder and sowing greater seeds and looking to become that person that I can look at in the mirror and say, you know what? No matter how things turned out, you gave it everything you had. And then that way, you get older, you don't have regrets. You can sit back and you can know that you've given everything that you could give to the causes that you felt you wanted to be the best at. And, what I urge anybody to do is look at where you want to be successful. Look at what success means to you. And start making the choices of what you have to do, not what you want to do. We all want to do the easy thing and expect the same results. It's not going to happen. You have to do the things that you have to do. And sometimes those things are not favorable. They're not what you want to do. But in the long run, it will pay off. You will achieve the success. You will achieve greatness. And no matter what it is, like I can't define success for you. You have to define success for you. And anybody, no matter who they are, can respect and talk to someone that strives to be the best, because if you're the best parent or you're the best student or you're the best trainer or they can relate to that because they are trying to achieve their greatness. And what they understand is greatness only comes with a lot of sacrifice. I've lost a lot on this journey. Friends, family, wife, bankruptcy. I've lost a lot in trying to achieve being the best, but I continue to stay on this path. I continue to push forward, and I will achieve that level of success in which I worked so hard for. I know I will because I'm willing to work into the day they put me in the grave. I'm willing to do everything that it takes to achieve that. And if you're not, you will never catch up to me. And there's so many people, they are in certain things for the wrong reasons, and they think just being in it is going to get them there. Well, it's not going to get you there without having a target aiming and making the sacrifices that it takes to get there. All right, so that's my podcast for this week. I will check you all out next week. And until that time, let's be kind to each other. Let's pray for each other. And let's go out there and let's do something great today. We were all born with something great inside of us. So let's go out there and live that. It'll make a better world. All right, until next week. Peace.